So for all you job seekers out there, just want to let you know, if you show up to, the headquarters and you see nets around the top, it's not because, they're trying to catch leaves, at this particular location. Just watch out what you really want. If you're asked to sign a suicide non-disclosure, you're probably not going to want the job. And if they have nets installed to catch the bodies that are being hurled from the top floors, probably not a good place to work either. I just wonder what's really going on up there. Oh, and if you see roof patrols and you're not either at the FBI or the Secret Service, probably a problem. So I just saw that story. I thought that was crazy. I just thought, is it me or is that crazy? Let me know. 877-CHAT-212. You know our number. And, of course, it is totally free. And I forgot. We still have that Skype thing, and I call it the Skype thing. I think I'm cool and hip and know about all of this stuff. Skype is the one thing I've not gotten into. I don't know the terms. All I know is that if you want to Skype in, type in chat about it, callers, and then you can get in to our show. Now, speaking of the dungeon, there was a story that came out yesterday. I think is when it was out there. It was I call it the cheeseburger stabbing. Don't you hate it how there's these stories and there's all these facts there, and then we have to condense everything down into like a catchy catchphrase or a headline. I was calling this one the cheeseburger stabbing, and the headlines were man, or rather child son, stabs mother because of hamburger, or cheeseburger rather. That slice of cheese that you pay the $1.50 for, important. I saw this and I thought, this is crazy. This is really, really crazy. And normally you hear that and you think somebody stabbed their mother over a cheeseburger. Story breaks out, and essentially, that is what happened. That is what happened. The perpetrator's name was Aaron Dean. That's right, and bless his heart. And you're probably thinking, why am I saying bless his heart when he stabbed his mother over a cheeseburger? This is the point of the story. There he is. You're not going to be able to see that too well. Mugshot all over the world for everybody to see. Aaron Dean. That is correct. Toledo, Ohio. His mother, an older woman, did come home, and she did not buy him a cheeseburger. He freaked out, essentially, and he stabbed her. Cops come. Obviously, he goes to jail. Sounds like he should be thrown directly into the dungeon, correct? Well, did some research on the story, and come to find out, he actually has a mental disorder. And he wasn't taking his meds for whatever reason. He's a paranoid schizophrenic, and he hadn't been taking some of his medicine because he has a reaction to that. And his mother actually, his mother said that she didn't want anything to happen to her son Aaron because of the situation. So I just wanted to bring that up, just because we talk about a lot of stuff here, and I always encourage people to peel off, another layer of the onion. Instead of just reading the bold print, read the whole article. Look up the footnotes. Work up the bibliography. Because, of course, we all know what the headlines were. And I've got one in my hand right here. You see it right here. Toledo teen stabs mother in cheeseburger fight. The story is literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences. Doesn't say anything about the reasons behind it, what the actual situation was. This young man's name is out there for the world to condemn and criticize because, of course, if you just saw this, that's what you would do. And come to find out, paranoid schizophrenic. See, many, many times there's more to the story than people think. I had to put that one out there. Everybody knows, and I've mentioned this, I make food references a lot. I like to cook. I'm one of those, and I think there's a lot of us out there. I'm one of those freaky people who can actually sit on the couch and actually not sit, lay on the couch and get totally enthralled with the HGTV channel, the Food Network. You know what? If Madonna comes walking down the street and Paula Deen's coming the other way, I'm running after Paula Deen. That's just how it is. I am one of those people that can get sucked into the Food Network and HGTV. Those are the stars in my lives, as pathetic as that sounds. I found a new food competition. I didn't even know this existed. It's actually a competition sponsored by the Center for Science and Public Interest. That is an actual organization. Yes, yet another acronym organization that your tax dollars are going to support. CSPI, based in Washington, D.C., of course, the city where there's a lot of people that do a lot of nothing and make a lot of money. The Center for Science and the Public Interest has what they call the Extreme Eating Awards. Now, when I first hear about that, I think, like extreme eating, like people are going to eat, hundreds of hot dogs, or I don't know, buckets of cockroaches. I don't know what extreme eating is. I mean, this is just what goes through my twisted head. Cockroaches and hot dogs and lots of it and eating these all. Not the case at all. They actually go out and they do the caloric intake of items at popular restaurants that people out there in America eat. Now, I live in Brooklyn, New York, so I'm not like in the suburbs where I can just go down a road and just see chain restaurant after chain restaurant after chain restaurant. I'm from Texas, and you get on some of those roads and you see them all. Don't see them all, so I don't get to go to a lot of these places. I've heard of them, but they actually have selected a winner in their Extreme Eating Awards this year. And listen to this. Listen to the winner. Listen to the winner. For all you Cheesecake Factory fans, you might have indulged in this yourselves. Listen to this. There is an item called the Cheesecake Factory Pasta Carbonara with chicken, which, according to the company, get this, is made with 4 cups of white flour pasta, smoked bacon, chicken, Parmesan cream and butter sauce. Get this, contains 2,500 calories and more saturated fat than an adult should consume in 4 days. If you're eating that right now, I hope that you're alive to listen to our show when we get back from these commercial messages. We got to pay some bills. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. This is Little Learn. You're listening to Unfiltered.